All right, thank you all for joining us today for the latest CreditorWatch webinar, Additional Searches and Services. My name is Patrick Coughlin. I'm the MD at CreditorWatch and I'll be your presenter. So just a quick look at our agenda today. Obviously, the most important thing we want to do is communicate exactly what additional searches and services are available, how you get to this new portal, and where to find the specific ones that are going to be relevant to your role or your company. So the new access to this portal comes via CreditorWatch's integration with InfoTrack. It's an award-winning portal. They've got over 4,500 products, searches that are available within it. And we're obviously not going to take you through all of those, but we have flagged a number of really important ones that we've had a lot of questions about, or a desire for us to make these available to our existing customers, and we'll run through those throughout this webinar today. If you do have any questions, please do use the question box within the GoToWebinar control panel. We've got a few people standing by. As always, if it's a more complicated response that's required, we'll give you a buzz later on or send you an email. If it's something that we can answer during the webinar, then of course we'll do that. If any questions don't get answered, please just be patient with us, and we will get back to you in due course. We'll obviously do a live demo today as well, so you can find it. For those of you who are CreditorWatch customers and you're paying on a via invoice, for example, this is available for you to access right now. So you can jump in during this webinar if you wanted, or afterwards. For those of you who are CreditorWatch customers paying on an automated credit card direct debit, this isn't currently available for you. However, do get in contact with us and we can organise some access for you. It's currently not live within your CreditorWatch account. And for those of you who aren't CreditorWatch customers, hopefully this is one more reason for you to join us. Feel free to ask questions or get in contact with us afterwards. We can come out and do demos, do online demos, etc. So don't be shy. For those of you who are customers, you can jump into what we call the search page. So that's by clicking the red magnifying glass that you see at the top there. And it'll take you to this page, which is the search page. You'll see a nice big banner that we've put on the bottom there. Click View Searches, and that's going to take you through to the new portal, the InfoTrack portal, branded with CreditorWatch. Importantly, all the purchases will show you the price of the purchase before you purchase it, and those purchases will appear on your normal CreditorWatch invoice. So let's get straight into some of the additional searches and services that are available with CreditorWatch using this new portal. The most important one, the most popular one that will be used, no doubt, and the one that we have been asked about for quite some time now, is the PPSR. Now, you could always purchase PPSR searches via CreditorWatch, but what we're now giving you the ability to access and the ability to action is actually the creation of registrations on the PPSR, the management of those ongoing, and also the ability to discharge those registrations. Now, importantly, you can do this individually, obviously one at a time as you're bringing on new customers, or in bulk, and we can help you out with both of those different options. We really do see this as, probably the last missing piece in the CreditorWatch credit management solution. It will allow us to offer a real end-to-end solution, from onboarding customers with our online credit application, Apply Easy, all the way through to being able to register PPSR registrations, monitor your customers for, important alerts and changes. But back to PPSR. On top of the ability to create, manage, and discharge registrations, you can also import and create SPG numbers. You'll be able to receive alerts when your registrations are due for renewal, which is obviously really important with the renewal date coming up in January. And you will be able to approve you will be able to create a registration when you approve an application within Apply Easy for those of you using our online credit application. So this is a huge move forward for CreditorWatch. It's a huge piece in the credit management puzzle that we're all familiar with. We've all been using, or most of us have been using, for a number of years now. And it's something that is available right now for those using it. So if it is something that you're interested in, that you're either currently doing elsewhere or not using at all, as always, please do get in contact with us. As I touched on, the PPSR renewal period is coming up 30th of January next year. So some things to think about: will you have renewals? Do you want to do them in bulk? Want the best price and solution? As always, CreditorWatch creates products to suit customers of all sizes. So whether you're only doing, a handful a month, or you're doing hundreds or thousands, and we always want to be able to create the best solution at the most affordable rate. So getting into this, we're being quite bullish. Don't be afraid to negotiate with your BDM, obviously, but yes, please do contact us around more information for PPSR registrations. The other thing with that is the need to probably do data washes to ensure that you are trading with the right entities, verify ABNs, ACNs, company names, that sort of thing. That goes hand in hand with those bulk uploads, bulk renewals, and something that certainly CreditorWatch can provide for you as well. So let's go to the first poll. Do you currently register on the PPSR? And I'll launch that poll for you. This is great for us to get a little bit of market research on our customers and our non-customers, our prospects, those of you joining us today, just to find out a little bit of information about CreditorWatch and our newest product, which is this additional searches and services portal that we've recently integrated with. So a couple of options there: yes, no, not yet, but I want to. And PPS what is that? So far so good. 0% of you have ticked that. Always good to see that the market is well versed, well educated on this. There's been plenty of it out there. If you haven't heard of it, don't be shy. Obviously, it is a really important piece of legislation that was introduced, as I said, about 6.5 years ago now. And we've got plenty of documentation to help you through that process. Smaller businesses probably don't have a lot of knowledge around it. It's more of those people who are in dedicated, corporate environments with dedicated credit management teams. So I'll close that there. So sharing some results. That's great. 50% of you, yes. A decent chunk of you obviously not doing it. And then about 17% of you do want to do it. So look, we can obviously assist if you want more information. We're here to provide that. And if you are looking to move over to CreditorWatch, hopefully you're a CreditorWatch customer and this is the last piece of the puzzle, get you using one provider rather than having to log into multiple portals. I do have a couple of handouts that are available within the GoToWebinar control panel. There should be a handouts drop down there, and you'll see PPSR, some information on PPSR with us, and then an overall additional searches and services offering as well. So that's what it looks like. Please excuse the low res coming through potentially. So plenty of information there, some high level benefits, best in class technology, bulk registrations, renewal reminders, tools to manage registration, as always, very competitive rates, and it's very important from a compliance and accuracy point of view that you get these registrations correct, so we can assist you with that as well. And then of course the ability to approve from within Apply Easy in time, that will be launched. Then you've got the additional searches handout. So this is pretty much just going to go over everything that I'm going to talk about today, pulling out the high level new searches and services that are available via this portal. So feel free to download those. Okay, so it takes us to the next one, land titles and property valuation. Now, plenty of our customers would have used another portal that we had that was a CreditorWatch portal, asicextracts.com.au. Majority of you probably have been contacted by lovely Laura, who's listening in today. Hello, Laura. All of these land titles are now available within this this portal that you have access to. So if you haven't heard from Laura, or if you haven't heard from your account manager, for instance, that will soon be coming. However, save yourself some time, jump onto that search page, click through to that reseller, and start having a little look around at those land titles that are available. InfoTrack, they specialize in the ordering of these land titles. It is the biggest part of their business. So they have fantastic workflows that have been created in order to access the information as quickly and seamlessly as possible. It's certainly a much better offering and solution than what we previously provided. So I obviously encourage you to jump in and have a look there. All states available, as those of you ordering will know, the majority of the states are instant returns. However, some of them are manual and do take a little bit of time. It's not an instant return. There's also the ability to run a property valuation report, which is providing a professional assessment of the market value of a property. This is fantastic for those of you who might have caveats over properties, personal guarantees, director's guarantees. It's a good way to start to get a better understanding of, what sort of assets does this individual have to their name. You can see things like, in conjunction with the land title information, how long have they owned it for? Is there a mortgage against it? And start to really look and understand, will they have any equity in that particular property? The third tick we've got here is what we call the national ownership search. So essentially it allows you to search for any or all properties owned by an individual or company. It's something that's manually put together, so you don't get an instant return. As I said, it takes time for the super team over at InfoTrack to do the searches, collate them all together for you, and then send it back. But ultimately what you're receiving is a single national search that's going to show all properties owned by that particular individual or company. Really powerful stuff. The next one we touch on is international reports. Again, something that we're asked about or have been asked about for quite a number of years. Now available via this portal as well. The great thing is the international reports are available on from most countries, okay? Not all, but from most, and we'll flag any that aren't available. When you do a search, it comes up with, for instance, if you do a search on a name, it's going to come up with the name of those companies in the various jurisdictions around the world, helping you to make those decisions. Fantastic from a KYC point of view if the ultimate beneficial holder of or shareholder of an Australian company is an international one. It allows you to do that further due diligence as required by legislation for a number of various entity types out there in specific industries. The reports can confirm a range of things very similar to CreditorWatch credit reports, company identification, the principals or directors, payment history, and other valuable information. So it really just depends on which jurisdiction you are searching in. Leading on to KYC, AML, PEP, sanctions lists. Again, there are plenty of our customers out there who require this by law, and there are plenty of others who like to have this additional information available. So we do have the ability to service these requirements now. There's various reports available that get you access to this, depending on what you need. The great thing is as well that there is a support option within this portal. So you can click iSupport, which I'll show you in a second, that will help you answer any questions that you might have. Or if you're struggling to find a search or perform a search, or you're unsure of which search to perform, it's a great way to get that professional feedback from the team at InfoTrack. From a PEP and sanctions point of view, again, that's also available on there, which is really important when you need to search for an entity, client, or cross-directorship even, to see if they are sanctioned or on an international watch list. So PEP is politically exposed person. for those of you new to the acronym. One that has become probably something that we didn't anticipate to be a popular search request. However, just in the last couple of weeks, as we've been canvassing people about this new product, police checks is certainly something that has come up a lot. Plenty of people asking for it, not only from a credit finance point of view, but also particularly from an HR point of view. Majority of companies now are performing police checks on new employees or individuals who are applying for a job. So all of that, again, available within this search, and it is accredited by the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission. The service, the personal locator service, to track down an individual, potentially a skip trace case, or you haven't been able to make contact with someone internally before you've actually sent it out to a debt collector, for instance. You might want to do your own skip trace efforts. So again, available within this portal, over 130 million Australian records. It's a great way to start tracking down people who may have moved on from a commercial or residential address. What's also great is looking next door at the shop or the suite or the company, whatever it is that might be next door. Little tips to assist you that you're probably doing already. Having access to this personal locator can just help you out even more as you hopefully can get phone numbers and addresses as well to chase down. So as I just touched on, these searches, this new portal that's available is really for more than just the credit department. The credit department traditionally has performed credit reports, onboarded clients, done follow-up checks, monitoring and alert. There's so much more that's available within here now that it's really important, or I think worthwhile considering, what are other departments using, or what do other departments within your business have a requirement or a need for? Okay, regardless of whether you're a small business, potentially you're the MD who's running all the credit reports. Now's a great time to be able to go, okay, well I can do an employment check, or I can track down an old debtor rather than referring it to a debt collector. From a procurement point of view, doing checks on individuals, doing checks on companies, assessing the supplier risk out there. More often than not, there's as much supplier risk as credit risk in a business. There's plenty of companies out there that rely on one or two key suppliers to function. If they were to go down, that would be as bad as losing, one or two of your biggest customers from a bad debt or just a customer churn point of view. So important that you consider that, and feel free to speak to other people within your company at those other departments. Refer us in there. We'd love to be able to go in and chat to people about our solutions that we have. So please do keep that in mind as well. With those 4,500 plus searches available, there's pretty much something for everyone. So let's jump in and have a look at a live demonstration. I'm not going to run too many searches, as I'm obviously conscious of time, and some of them are, take a little bit longer than others, depending on what you are after. However, I will show you where all of the searches are available, and I think the most important thing is to know exactly where to find it. So we're in the CreditorWatch account. We're jumping up to here, top right corner, search, and we scroll down, and we've got this big tile here that we need to click on. Okay, so by clicking on this, takes us through to this new portal that I've been talking about, and gives you access to those 4,500 plus new products and services that are available. So importantly, what I said before, by ordering this, it automatically alerts CreditorWatch. We do all of the back-end reconcilement from a billing point of view, and it just gets sent or gets added to your standard CreditorWatch invoice that you would get on a monthly basis if you were purchasing things. Very simple. We also call it out on the invoice. The beginning of the product name will be EXT for external. Just nice and simple, so you know exactly who is ordering what and how much it's obviously costing you. So this is the dashboard that we're on, your home page. It's going to show you all of the searches that you've performed. I believe it's in the last 7 days, it could be 30 days. And we've also put in a number of quick links here so you can get to things as quickly as possible. Property ownership, person locator, so that's that skip trace product I touched on before. Police search is through here. International reports for companies, PPSR searches, registrations and alerts. And then we've got what they call Kick It or KYC to take you straight through to that. So nice, quick, easy, quick links there. To see a list of all of the searches, as I said, there's plenty of them. So the first 7 or so here are obviously the land title ones. So New South Wales title searches, really simple. I've got some example ones I can put in here. Title reference. So verify, it's going to come up with the proprietor and address. I can then order that, and it's taking me through to the title search itself. Okay, really simple, really quick. Scrolling further down, PPSR registrations. Okay, we've got the ability to create registrations, manage them, reset tokens, and also do bulk registrations or discharges, really important. Next one along is people, so that's the person locator search that we've put a quick link on the front. From a national point of view, we've got, again, plenty of searches coming in here, but the one I wanted to specify was the property ownership search and the police check. There are a few other ones that, if they are ringing a bell to you, or you're familiar with, or using them or accessing them from another place, again, this is where they're available. International, we've got New Zealand Property Company and Kick It to assist with performing those KYC searches that you need to do. So enter the business name, company name, or number in there that you have. You got a couple of search types: company, person, etc. Again, all very straightforward. InfoTrack, like CreditorWatch, make really easy to use products, regardless of whether you're new to these searches or not. A couple of other little searches at the bottom there. Importantly, you've got a list of all of your orders that sit in orders. You can pull reports in terms of the type of orders if you want to be a little bit more specific, if you find that you're ordering a lot of them. And then probably one of the most important things is your ICE support. So request a callback. Really simple. It's pulling all your information in already. You can specify whether you want them to email you or call you. Put in your phone number. A matter number, which you'll see pop up a lot, is just an internal number. So for those using CreditorWatch, we don't ask you to put in matter numbers. However, when you use the InfoTrack portal, you just have to put an internal thing. You could put test. It could be related to a specific customer or project. Doesn't really matter. You can just put anything in there, and that just gets carried through to the to the orders page. Add a little comment in there, like I'm struggling to find a search. I'm not sure which search to run. I'm still waiting on certificates. If it's a manual search that's coming through, click request a callback. They've got some pretty aggressive KPIs over there, so they're very, very quick at getting back to you. They've got a great team working the phones and the computers over there. Back home, and that's really it, to be honest. I think if you're asking any questions, the team is hopefully answering them for you. If not, we will get back to you, but it is a straightforward platform. They're one-off purchases, transactional sort of model, and there isn't really a lot for me to go through other than that. As I said, jump in. If you're a CreditorWatch customer already, jump in. There's no cost to jump in and have a look around. Anytime you're going to incur a cost, that will come up. It will tell you that you're going to be charged. So as part of your subscription, you can access this portal now. And as always, please do ask questions along the way if you're unsure of anything. So pricing, no doubt, has probably come up already. Some of you have probably already jumped in the last week or so that it's been live. So all pricing is available within the portal itself. So jumping back in, you've got your price list by clicking on your name, so you can have a look at that. If you do have any questions or concerns around the pricing, again, speak to your account manager or call through to CreditorWatch Direct, and we can deal with that on a case-by-case basis. Each search available on a pay-per-click basis, and all searches, all purchases, as I said, will appear on your regular CreditorWatch invoice. So I'm going to ask another question here. Would you like CreditorWatch to provide you with more info? Because I had a feeling that we would have plenty of questions coming through. This just helps us get back to people at the right time. So I've got you 3 options here. Yes, urgently, we'll get in touch straight away. Obviously, you've got those additional searches and PPSR handouts that are available. Yes, but not urgent. Great. We're going to send through follow-up emails to this webinar anyway with more information and some links. It's also very straightforward as I just demonstrated. So no thanks, not urgent. Be honest with us, that's great. We're not going to hassle you. It's obviously end of financial year. There's plenty of work for everyone, plenty going on at the moment. So be upfront with us there. I'll give that another couple of seconds, as most of you have communicated with us. 50-50 split between yes and no's, which is good. As always, thanks for your honesty and contributions. And really, that is about it from me today. A nice, quick webinar, as I tend to keep it under 30 minutes, because I know everyone's got plenty to do, plus lunch to eat. Coming to the end of financial year, from all of us at CreditorWatch, we just wanted to say all the best for those of you who are about to go through it, for those of you who don't operate on a July to June basis. Happy days and good luck with dealing with people who are going through end of financial year. Obviously, it does affect plenty of people. If you do have any questions, I'll leave this open for a couple of minutes, so please ask away. And if there's nothing else, I will leave it there. So thanks again for joining us today.